Greetings and salutations. How you doing? So, we're back to talking about more films like near the end of this month. In this case, we're getting a film called TimeMaster. So this was a film that was, distributed by, so the home video release was done by, Troma. And yes, like, say when I looked it up, Wikipedia and all that stuff, it said it was, Universal Home Video. But, I think I watched the version that was released by, Troma. So what was this film about? Well, it's about a young boy who, in a way, after his, parents have passed away, or at least, and all that, so basically he decides to say, hey, my parents aren't dead, I'm gonna go try to find them. And then he ends up going time traveling to, in a way, try to change the past, because he was, hey, they're not gone. And in a way, starts to meet others from history, like Billy the Kid and all that. And okay, I will give a pass sometimes to films from Troma, and if I say, sometimes they'll surprise me. Sometimes, they'll give me say things where I'm just say smiles and all that. Whereas this one just gave me moments of just well, one of these the actors off oh, he's in this, is Michael Dorn. He plays a chairman of the company, and as well as Pat Morita as Isaiah, who is basically helping out this kid.
Dream. Nothing exists but you. And you are but a thought, a vagrant thought, a useless thought, a homeless thought wandering among the empty eternities.
And I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna get some people in the comments going, what? I've never seen the Karate Kid films. So take that if you will. I haven't seen them. And one thing that this film does is that apparently the director, his son is the main character.
Cast him out, or you will forever burn in the fires of hell. And stop talking in the devil's tongue.
He's not talking in the devil's tongue. He's delirious from fever. We've got to get him into a cold bath. We've got to lance this wound and clean it with alcohol and soap. And we've got to get some antibiotics into him.
The child is speaking in the devil's tongue.
So, boy. I'd say, one thing I'd also describe this film as, in a way, time traveling meets Return to Oz. Because in that film, Dorothy goes back, and then, as soon as she comes back into the real world, it's say, uh-oh, the people that were in charge of her, yep, they're going away. Because, the main character and her brother are at a orphanage, I believe. And
Peacocks have decided to take you. They'll be by tomorrow morning.
What about Veronica?
Leacocks don't want a daughter, they want a son.
But she's my sister.
I've told you many times, we can't always find parents who are willing to take siblings.
They won't take both of us. Then I'm not going.
Jesse, your grandfather's insurance is about to run out.
Then they basically told, we can't be, well, you and your sister have to be separated. Sorry. And I gotta say, a lot of the, these set decorations are nice, but at the same time, say some of these sets are what was, say, the main they like say, okay, well, we have an Old West sequence. We have a bar sequence. So, okay, let's try to make a story around that. And at the same time, like, yeah, there's even a sequence, and like, say, almost like, say, a skiing sequence. I'm just say, okay. Okay. There's only so many times you can just go, okay. Because eventually it's just, you start to feel like, say, sequence after sequence of it just going back and around in circles, and you just go, alright. There's even a set with a, what was it? The White House, in which appliances come to life and all that. And I'm just thinking, okay, this the, creativity or silliness that you usually expect from a trauma release and all that. And at the same time, it just makes me think, I wish there was more of that, because, that's sort of what I kind of expect. Mostly because I didn't realize this, what who had produced it, released it, and then afterwards, like, oh, usually when you see a film by a certain, distributor, you have an expectation, and then sometimes it's like, oh, and all that. But yeah, like, see, the set design, the costuming and all that, yeah, some of the actors, they do a pretty good job. Like, there's a sequence in which the kid learns how he does the gun thing he does, and then he, like, goes off on a shootout. Yeah, it's kind of fun at times, I suppose. But is this the greatest thing ever, and all that? No. It's just okay. It's not great. At the same time, I feel like, say, actually, like Michael Dorn and Pat, they kind of help elevate this film from, like, what could have been seen as, like, say, a direct-to-video. Or
They say that you can see the future in a child's eyes. Let's see if that's true. Behind those 3 paintings are 3 cracks. One leads to your father, one leads to your sister, and one leads to the kitchen of the White House early Thanksgiving morning in the year 2006. Now, we're going to play the game in a little while. And if you win, I'll allow you to walk through whichever crack you want.
If I go through the crack that leads to the White House kitchen, will I be able to stop what you've set up?
That's up to you.
Or maybe this was at the time, or direct to VHS, and gave it a bit of gravitas. That's just how I feel about it. See ya.